Hey guys and gals, this is me, X. We're back with the Pulp, and with me, as usual, I have my co-host Daryl Ebanks.
Yes, we right here.
How are you, Daryl?
I'm pretty good.
We're
How are
back.
you, man?
I'm good, man. We are back with another movie review.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. And this review, Captain Marvel, right?
Yeah, Captain
No.
Marvel, the male version,
The original Captain Marvel we're reviewing today, which is Shazam.
aka Shazam. Yeah, let's start. Did you like the movie?
Look, I loved it.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
This might be the first movie that we not that I disliked the movie, but I didn't love it. So this might be the
All
first
right.
review with where we have different opinions about the movie.
All right.
Go ahead, tell me
I
about
guess
it.
I guess we're gonna get into the reasons why. So
Go ahead.
I loved it because I thought it was what I feel superhero movies should be more of. I thought it was nice, heartwarming. It was dark, it was deep, it had a meaning. The characters played well. Maybe there are some creepy parts of it which made me think like, how is this a kids movie? But for me personally, it made me love it even more. What didn't you like about it?
Well, I do have to agree with you. I thought it was a kids movie, and I also thought that within this kids movie, there's parts of that could be perceived as very scary for a kid, which I was thinking while I was watching. I was like, "Whoa, that scene! If I was a 5-year-old, I'll have nightmares about that,
Yeah,
right?"
exactly.
But watching it as an adult, I didn't mind at all. I thought it went well with the movie. What I didn't like about the movie is it's I will have to pretty much lay it on the villain and the action scenes. They were both of them. I thought they were boring. The villain, I like what's his name, Mark Strong. I think I
Yeah.
always like him as an actor, right? It's just the villain itself was very meh to me, and the action scenes at the end of the movie were so
See,
boring, man.
I think opposite of you right now because I love both aspects of that because maybe they laid on Mark Strong a little bit too strong because it is a really deep. He was dark, and for me, as again, I get it, but if I had a kid to see the movie, I would have problems with it.
Right.
Which this is one thing that I think when I saw the trailer, I thought this was going to be a really fun movie
It
that
is.
everyone just gonna have fun. But the it gets so dark and sad
Right.
at certain parts, and but I still had fun. Like I think they leveled it out well between Zachary Levi, Shazam character, and Billy Baston. I think he was more morose. It seemed more like serious and down to earth.
Yeah.
I mean, the movie is based in Philly, which is a really gritty city, and Shazam is such a bright character,
Yeah.
a bright superhero, which I think that I'm gonna just lay it out there now. I think it's probably my favorite DC movie within this universe.
Okay. Well,
Which is, by the way, I was surprised.
that's not hard to
Yes, it's not a hard thing. This movie, the horror director David F. Sandberg, I think he did a great job. He's a better writer than and better director than and understood. I felt like he understood comic book movies more than Zack Snyder or whoever directed the Wonder Woman and Ant Man
that was
and
actually
Aquaman.
a female director who did Wonder Woman. I'm blanking on her name.
Yeah, she was. You can't say that. She did good, but I personally didn't like Aquaman. I know you really like
I
that
really
movie.
liked it. Yeah.
Because I don't know, I just didn't get Aquaman, but Shazam, I felt like there was a lot of heart in the movie, which I loved.
Well, yeah, I actually do have to agree with you that there was a lot of heart. I really, really enjoyed the movie. Don't get me wrong. I came out of the movie theater. I had a smile on my face. Like you said, it's a light-hearted movie. It's really fun to watch. I'm gonna compare it to maybe like the last superhero movie I watched, which is Captain Marvel, the Marvel Captain Marvel movie.
Yeah.
And this movie was so much better than Captain Marvel because the humor
So
actually,
much better.
yeah, the humor actually works in this movie as opposed to the mixed bags that we got with the humor in Captain Marvel. And but like I said, when they got to the last third of this movie, which is the final, battle with the, and it's not spoilers because it's a superhero movie. At the end of the movie,
They fight.
they
Yeah.
fight the villain, and there is a plot twist happening at the end. I'm not going to spoil, but it
Yet.
was very, yeah. We're gonna move into spoilers soon, but it was very bland in my opinion, and I was bored with the battle scenes. The fights, it's fights that I've seen 1,000 times in other superhero movies. There was nothing new about it. Nothing that made me go like, "Whoa, that was cool." Even like even like fist fighting, it was just very like bland. Like,
Yeah, they didn't really do much to retcon like superhero genre in general.
mhm.
But I think it added to it because within this universe, the kids, they seem so involved and they believed in the heroes versus villain and doing right. So I guess I understood it in that way. I didn't expect it to retcon like something that Glass tried to do.
Right.
So I guess I wasn't expecting that. But the biggest surprise of the movie to me, just to change it up for a bit, was that at first I thought I was in the wrong movie theater because the movie starts off so dark. I'll get into it in
Yeah,
spoilers.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Like the first couple scenes is just like ugh. Then the kid Billy Baston when he finds the foster family, which is another part of the movie that
That
I
is
love.
very
Like that whole the foster family dynamic of it.
mhm.
It was like heartwarming, but still dark in its ways, knowing that these kids just ragtag group of kids that had to come together
Yeah,
and join forces, which reminded me of a bunch of '80s movies
that's true.
like Goonies and E.T. because of that,
Yeah.
like hiding something in the house and
Yeah,
whatever.
that the foster family of I forgot what they were called. They don't use foster family. They use a different term for that kind of family.
Like a group home.
Group home. That's what it was. Thank you. Yeah, they're like so lovable. The little girl, the little
Yeah,
sister, she's so cute and so lovable. I love that little girl. Like
yeah.
so cute. And yeah, I love the entire family. The dad, the mom, all the kids.
Yeah.
They're great to watch, and
Yeah, like most movies like this, they make the foster families turn out to be evil, and I
right.
love that switch of it at least. That it was a great, loving environment, trying to get Billy Baston or
Yeah.
Shazam on the right foot.
And there's also a subplot with Billy. He's a foster kid, so he's looking for his
Yeah,
family
looking for his
or
mom,
part of his family, and
which is one of the darker aspects of the movie. It
yeah,
turns out.
and once we get into spoilers, I'll tell you how I felt about it because I had a hint that they were gonna go into that direction, but I was like, there's no way they're gonna go with that, and they do.
Yeah, why don't we just go into spoilers now? Because I do really want to talk more about
Okay,
some
so
scenes.
for those who haven't watched the movie, I recommend you go watch the movie in the theater. It's a super super fun superhero movie. You could say that it's a kids movie, but in reality, there's a lot of parts in there.
We're in spoiler territory now, right?
No, we're just gonna
Yeah.
yeah. There's a lot of parts in there that are not for little kids, but overall, I'll say go to the movie theater, watch it there, and what do you think? Should people watch it in the movie theater?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
All right, so with that, we're gonna move on to spoilers.
And now, time for spoilers.
You want to talk about the subplot about his mom, or the actual opening, like the origins of the supervillain?
Yes, yes. So the movie starts off with the origin story of Dr. Savannah with his father yelling at him. It's in dark rainstorm. And then there's this big accident. And then he meets this wizard that tells him he's not good enough to be
Shazam.
Shazam. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to start off like this? And then the kid gets lost in the next scene, and that's how the movie starts.
If I
And
can add something to that, the car accident was brutal, and the way that they show his dad laying there like bleeding and barely even able to talk was very
Yeah.
hard to watch.
Yeah. It made me check the rating of this movie.
Yeah.
Like, am I seeing like a Deadpoolish kind of movie? Because another thing, they say shit a lot in the movie too.
They do?
Throughout. And the darkest part of all was when the seven deadly sins, which I kind of love the representation of how they did that. And since David F. Sandberg's a horror director, usually I guess he made it way too realistic for a kids movie. I'm surprised that they got that in, and I guess it worked pretty well. And they bit off the father's head. That scene,
No,
I'm
it
just
was
like, whoa.
it wasn't the father's head, but he was in a meeting in a building in Manhattan, right? And so there's a bunch of corporate people there in a round
Yeah.
table. So Mark Strong, Dr. Savannah, he walks in with these demons,
Yeah.
and one of them literally picks one of the corporate guys and like bites his head off. They don't show it,
Yeah, that's his
but
brother, Savannah's brother, actually.
no, Savannah's brother, he gets thrown off the building.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And then his dad gets shredded to pieces. If you see at the end,
Yeah,
of it,
yeah.
It's pretty brutal. They don't show all that, but I mean, they
And
do
that
show
image with the people against
oh,
the
yeah, against
wall,
the wall,
that
just
was
screaming,
insane.
Yeah, it's screaming to being able to get out of that room. Yeah, dark stuff. But like I said, they don't specifically show the gore, so they leave it to your imagination.
Yeah.
What I wanted to say about the seven deadly sins, it's that when the movie opens and they're in the temple, they're like
Yeah.
petrified, right? And they each one of them have their own character design. It was just
Yeah.
really super cool. And I was hoping they will do what they did. I was like, I really hope they make them come back, like come to life as they are in the petrified form. But I'm very picky about this part of every single movie. I wasn't feeling the CGI too much, and I forgot to say this in the actual review. But I guess for people who listen to spoilers, they'll get to listen to this. Yeah, the CGI. And I'm very tough on CGI for every movie, but this
Really?
one, yeah, this one didn't do it for me.
It didn't seem, I wasn't negated by it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, I noticed the most when the deadly sins came to life and they would move. It looked a little. Not saying that it was bad, but it wasn't what I was expecting to see.
Yeah.
And also with the fights at the end, with them flying, and Dr. Savannah and Shazam when they were like all flying and fighting each other. You could see the CGI. You can notice it, and threw me off the movie a little bit.
I guess I think I had fun with that, though. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is. It's like sometimes it throws me off. Like Black Panther threw me way off.
Yeah, that movie was bad. the CGI, not the movie itself, but yeah.
Yeah, but I guess I was having fun with like the way that it happened when the Shazamily, when they all came together and they were like
the
all
twist at the end.
yeah. It's not really a twist. It happens in the comics too.
Well, yeah, I don't know anything about Shazam, so for me, this was a brand new experience. Meeting a brand new superhero,
Yeah.
and I didn't know that was gonna happen. So that was a surprise, a pleasant surprise, actually.
Yeah, and I thought, oh, this is one thing. This is like I haven't said my flaws yet, and I guess in spoilers I could talk about the flaws that I had with the movie. My biggest flaw with the movie is that I felt that the kid Billy Baston and Shazam, they were supposed to be the same person,
Right.
and they had two totally different personalities.
Yeah. I
Like
agree.
when you meet the kid Billy Baston, you wouldn't think that he would be flossing and like. I mean, yeah,
Shazam
it
was
was
too
cool,
happy
yeah.
to be Billy, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that Billy should have been more of Shazam and Shazam should have been more of Billy, and I think that would have made it better in a way, I guess.
But what's his name?
Zachary Levi.
Yeah, Zachary Levi. He does portray a good teenager. Like he makes you believe he's a teenager.
Yeah, exactly.
But not Billy the teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Billy,
I noticed that
Billy
too.
was a bit more morose,
Yes.
and if we could get to the scene, which
The
I think
the subplot about
yeah,
the mom.
with his mom, and as soon as he left the house and he was gonna go to his mom, I'm like, no, Billy, don't. We're gonna find out something fucked up right now.
So
You don't want that.
this is what I was I was not that I was expecting that to happen, happen because I was like, there's no way they're gonna do that. But there were so many signs that that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because if you lose your child, the first
Yeah,
thing you go to the
yeah,
police,
that should not have.
and then
yeah.
you'll get your child back. And the way that she never actually, it made you, the movie shows you that she never looked for him. Like they don't show
Yeah.
you outright, but gives you hints like. How is it that, she never found him back? He knows her name, she knows his name.
Yeah.
You could find him,
We knew that wasn't going to
It's not like
end
she
well.
couldn't find him. She just kind of disappears, right? So when he finds out that she let him go on purpose, she had him like get lost on purpose, kind of.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were gonna go with that, but there were so many signs of that I was like, whoa. And it's a pretty dark part of the movie also.
It's pretty dark, but in the end, I like it because
I like it too. I like that part. Yeah.
Because what I like about it is that it added so much more to his story as a character, and for me, that's what makes me get drawn into a movie a lot more when you feel empathy for a certain character and you see them grow through that roadblock that they had, which I think they did really well.
Yeah. It gets dark at many points during the movie, and that also adds a little bit of realism to the movie. You know what I mean? It's not just a like silly superhero movie with just a bunch of humor.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Which it also was a silly.
Which it is.
Yeah.
It's super silly and it's super humorous, and it worked. For the majority of the movie, the humor really worked. I was laughing the whole time. So I like that.
Yeah, I particularly love, because they do this in a lot of superhero movies when they're like flying in the air far away from each other and they're having that conversation.
Oh my god, yeah, that was
It's like,
hilarious.
what? I can't hear you. I can't.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Another thing that I really, really liked, which I probably should have mentioned in the normal review, was the interaction between the both kids, Freddie and Billy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And the confrontation they had at one point where like Freddie is like, Billy's like, oh, you're just jealous of the powers that I got. You show normal with a kid with a disability.
Yeah.
That his now brother gets all those powers out of nowhere, and the kid's like left with nothing but to just admire that and be jealous of it, of course. So I thought it was a good, touch that they put in the movie.
Touch. Also good touch.
But he got his powers also at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
so that
when
was
he
cool.
turns into Adam Brody.
Adam Brody, yeah. Yeah.
So I noticed Adam Brody and Megan Good, the girl. Oh my god, I always loved Megan Good growing up, so I enjoyed that.
Oh, and the thing with Santa, the whole thing with Santa was
Oh
hilarious.
yeah, that little small plot.
Like he's super cowardly. Like
Yeah.
That was great.
They should have released this movie around Christmas.
They could have,
And I think it would have been a good family Christmas movie.
because the movie takes place during Christmas. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have. I don't know, man. That's it. I mean, I don't know what else to say about the movie. I really, really enjoyed it. But
me too.
I did get bored at the last third of the movie when the action, quote unquote,
Yeah,
for me.
so it was the CGI, and you didn't think there was enough oomph in the action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of, there wasn't enough, like, yeah.
Well, we know that Black Adam.
Right, he's mentioned in the movie with action.
Yeah. So and it's going to be played by The Rock.
The Rock,
so
yeah.
I'm expecting a bigger budget and more action.
Of course, man.
Yeah.
You gotta get that Rock treatment. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. And I don't like ranking. I mean, I do like ranking my superhero movies. So in the DC world, I'm not sure that I like it better than Aquaman. And I know a lot of people are probably like hating on that now. You one of them.
Yeah.
But it's on par with Aquaman, or maybe second place. And I think it's better than Wonder Woman. And then the other ones are just trash, in my opinion.
Straight garbage.
And I definitely think it was better than Marvel's Captain Marvel. Yeah, a lot better.
Yes,
I enjoyed it a lot.
better.
Even though I enjoyed that movie, I enjoyed this movie a lot more.
The only other thing I have left to say is that when the year began, I thought the best superhero movie that's stationed in Philadelphia would have been Glass, but turns out I was wrong.
Shazam!
It's Shazam.
All right, guys, we're gonna leave you with that, if I can speak. And you can find us on Twitter. I'm ParsibleXL, and
I am D.E. Banks.
and
And could I just ask everyone to hold my staff and say my name? I like that part too.
yeah, and yeah. Ew, gross.
That was a good reaction.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
I guess that's it.
That's it, guys. We'll see you the next time.
Pulp out.